Hey, boss bitch, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of Terry's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now I want to talk about how to make these planets work for you. You know what I'm saying? How to get paid off the stars, how the stars work for you and shit like that. And not just get paid, but just for information in your life and things in general, on how to make it work for you in a positive way. Now, for the most part, this is what you need to understand. Stars give off energy, it give off light, it give off information. So the better you know how to channel that star, the better the benefits it's going to give you. It's going to give you benefits. If you channel that star in a negative way and do stuff in that energy in ways it don't like, then it's going to show you that. It's going to create catastrophic moments for you in that area of life. So this is what you need to understand first and foremost. Now, the sun and moon is kind of not included in this. The sun and the moon plays as your positive and negative charge, right? So which means that your sun is your wants, your moon is your needs. So the sun is the energy you give, the energy you push out. The moon is the energy you take, the energy you suck from. You suck dry. That's the energy you need in order to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Man, you're paying no attention. Come on. That's the energy you need to feel comfortable, whatever scenario. So this is why it's important to know what signs each star is in. To know what sign your moon is in, that's to know what energy you run towards and what energy you suck dry and drain and take from in order to feel comfortable, because that's your need. And your sun sign is going to tell you what element and what energy you utilize to push out your light, to give light. Now let's get working with your attributes, which is Pluto, Pluto through Mercury through Pluto, but we're just gonna stop at Saturn. Now, there are lights and information, so this is what you need to understand when you're channeling these informations. When you're channeling Mercury or you're accessing Mercury is your thoughts and your ideas and concepts and your intellect. Venus is your love. Mars is how you fight. So, okay, Mercury is how you think. Venus is how you love. Mars is how you fight in this aspect. Jupiter is how you learn. You know what I'm saying? How you learn. Now, like I said, how you think and how you learn is two different things. You could be around somebody who think all day and ain't learning shit. They just thinking about some dumbass mundane shit that keep putting them in the same circumstance that they've been in. So that's what you need to know also. So that's what makes that different. But Mercury is how you learn. Mars is how you fight. Venus is how you love. I'm turning. Jupiter is how you learn, and Saturn is how you see reality, right? So now check this out. So when you channeling these, right, this is why it's important to understand transits, because you're gonna know how to channel it, and knowing your own alignments, you know that you're channeling it wrong or right, and you know what adjustments you may need to make. So now, hurry up, big ass truck. This truck taking all motherfucking day. Look at this shit. Now, So now, anytime you jump into the realm of thinking and analyzing and communicating, as long as you know your own Mercury and you know the transits of where Mercury at right now, you know how to channel it. So the better you know how to channel Mercury that day, the better you will be able to have the best intellect, be able to conversate the best, be able to have the best ideas and thoughts in your scenarios and circumstances. All right, now when we get to Venus, the better you access and channel that, the better you're going to experience love, appreciation of value, or relativeness, or compromising in your life. Mars, the better. Now, see, you need to know when to do these things and when not to, because all energies is good, but when the time is needed. So Mars, you end up knowing when the good time to put up a good fight, or when to put your guards down and just let bygones be bygones for the second. You know what I'm saying? Jupiter going to bring you through experiences. Now, this is what you need to know. Too much light, right? Too much energy to one of your light bodies can overexhaust you, so it could wear you out. So when you overthink, think you're too smart, right? You're putting too much of Mercury light on it. So that's too much light, and it could wear you out to the point you start not thinking effectively. The love spectrum. Now remember, these are stars, lights. They give energy. So since we're in the solar system, we're receiving the spectrum of these lights. You see what I'm saying? We're receiving the spectrum of these lights. Go ahead. So the light is information. So whatever information is in that light is what you're going to receive. So when you're receiving a Venus light, you're receiving information of love, appreciation of value, and the energy spectrum that it gives you is to be in that same kind of concept. So What the fuck? So for the most part, when you're dealing with, I know I keep saying, nigga drive, nigga keep your hands on the wheel, keep your hands off your chain, nigga. Fuck y'all. But for the most part, yeah. So when you channel love too much, you know what I'm saying, you need to understand you're in a circumstance, in a situation where, you're in a circumstance, in a situation where you putting so much love, so much light on that light body that when you're around other people, it may block the way they think. It may block the way they see reality. You could be putting too much light on how you see reality, which is Saturn. So once you putting too much light onto that, right, you will overexhaust yourself. You got to rest that body. You won't be able to see reality effectively. You put too much energy from Mars onto it, I don't care if you're accessing it right or not. You'll wear yourself out. You got to wear that body down. You won't see your passions or your goals effectively. Mercury, like I said, even love, you overexhaust that. You won't. When you overexhaust it, you got to rest it. So you won't be able to love right because you'll be so wrapped up in the way that you love it. And also, this what happens also when you add too much light. Not only you can overexhaust yourself, but when you add too much light, too much of those lights to your version of that light, too much of that Venus to your Venus light, it be too bright to the point that when you're around others, it disturbs others' way of seeing their chakras. So for an example, if you add too much light and trying to shine too much with Venus light, you might be blocking someone's Mercury light. You might be blocking someone else's ability to think based upon how you're loving and appreciating and valuing. You might be blocking someone else's way of seeing reality. Say Mars, you're utilizing too much intent, willpower, passion, and motivation. And you might be blocking somebody's way of thinking also, and blocking someone else's way of showing love and appreciation of value, blocking someone else's way of learning. You see what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that not only is you channeling, but make sure you're balancing, because you're not over exhausting yourself to the point that you got to rest that body and your spirit can't utilize that light body effectively. Or you have to make sure you're not shining so bright to the point that you make others feel the need to put shade on that light, because you shining so much light on your Mercury, you think you know so much that you block somebody else's way of seeing reality. So they utilize their light to put shade on your Mercury light. They utilize their Saturn light to put shade on your Mercury light. So it goes deep into a lot of scenarios, and it's a lot of things you have to learn once you start to get into it. It's a science to everything. Ain't nothing just overnight. So, flight boss, bitch, goddamn air,